We are now ready for step number 7 of the Excel Grader Project 1. In step number 7, we will select the range H4 through H7 and insert line spark lines. A spark line is a tiny chart in the background of a cell that gives a visual trend summary alongside the data. This makes a pattern more obvious if you place the little charts next to the data. So let's move up and select cell H4. And notice what the cursor looks like right now. I call it a block arrow. This is what the cursor looks like when you want to highlight a selection. So let's move down and highlight through row 7. Notice the column letter H is highlighted. If we move over and look at the row numbers, they are also highlighted. This is the correct selection. So let's move up to the ribbon. And on the ribbon, what we would like to do is to select the Insert tab. So click on the Insert tab and then move over to the Spark Lines group and click on Line. Notice that the location range is H4 through H7. This is the area that we selected as to where we would like to store our data, our charts, in this case the spark lines. Also notice that this is an absolute address for the range because there are dollar signs in front of the column letters and the row numbers. Now what we would like to do is to select the data range. So let's click on the arrow in the bottom right, or over in the right hand corner, click, and now move down and select the data. The first address that we need is cell B4, quarter 1 cells for Austin. So click on cell B4 and then let's drag over and highlight through quarter 4 for row 7. So now we have made a selection for Austin, Houston, Dallas, and online for quarters 1 through 4. Now move up to the dialog box and click on the arrow. And you can see that we have selected the range B4 through E7. That is exactly what we wanted to do. So now let's click on the OK button. And we have tiny little charts that are embedded in our worksheet. Let's look at the chart for Austin. So let's just click on cell H4. Notice that it is going down. The trend is moving down. So let's look at our data to make sure that the chart is truly representing what we expected it to do and that we did make the correct selection. In quarter 1, the sales are $125,684.88. And then for quarter 2, we have $110,760.45. So that indeed is moving down in our cells. Now then notice the next line is kind of almost flat. So let's look at the difference between our quarter 2 cells and our quarter 3 cells. So in quarter 2 we have $110,760.45, and then in quarter 3 we have $111,555.28. There is not a significant difference between these two cells, and that's why the data is kind of looking flat. It's going slightly up. And then if you notice the difference between the quarter 3 cells and quarter 4 cells. So quarter 3 is $111,555.28. And then quarter 4 is $128,634.57. So our trend is moving back up. And let's check and see for step number 7. So we have completed step number 7. So let's save our work.